Well, the federal government's net zero strategy is ad hoc and uncoordinated. That's according to a new Grattan Institute report. The Institute is recommending a major restructuring of Australia's power grid. It says a prioritisation of energy stability is needed when coal is being phased out. The report also recommends market structure design that can ensure supply in a high renewable electricity system. The opposition has seized on it, saying it's further evidence of a fully renewable energy grid not being feasible.
When the Grattan Institute, a left-leaning think tank, is criticising the Albanese government for this reckless race to 82% renewables and then to an all-renewables approach and the impacts it's having on the reliability and the affordability, you've got to step up and say you've got it wrong.
So that was a response from the opposition. Joining me live now, Tony Wood, Director of the Energy Program at the Grattan Institute, which authored this report. Thanks for your time. What's interesting about this, I think, is you paint the picture that right now things seem okay. Prices have certainly stabilised. Lights aren't going out anywhere, but what's looming is a bit different, and the energy system takes a long time to do anything. So we feel like everything's fine. How soon could we have major issues and why?
Well, within the next 5 years, things get increasingly difficult, particularly as we get to the next stage of the closure of coal-fired power stations, at least the scheduled closure of coal-fired power stations, because as they are closing, we haven't been replacing them with things that in combination do more or less the same thing. So wind and solar by themselves are incredibly useful and will be at the forefront of the transition. But because they are intermittent, they need to be backed up with other things. And it's the other things in the backing up that hasn't been taking place in the way it should. At the same time, we haven't been building the transmission grid that's necessary to connect all those renewables. And in the middle of all that, partly because the state governments became frustrated with the Commonwealth government, they've been doing their own thing. That's why you've seen us in our report talking about uncoordinated and had ad hoc interventions by a variety of governments.